There have been a lot of headlines this week. Net neutrality is officially dead. But it is actually, okay, I hate to pull the actually, it's not officially dead, but it's essentially dead. Fight for the Future wanted to point out that its official death date would be April 27th due to some filings that are very boring with the Office of Management and Budget. But that's not the point of this. The point of this is that we have been walking down a long road to the repeal of net neutrality against the wishes of most Americans who have businesses, who use the internet. It's most of us, by the way, or who want fair coverage, who don't want to be throttled. I think that's a fair thing to ask for.
Usually when there is an argument about any regulation, it comes down two ways. One is Democrats or more liberal progressive people are saying things like, listen, if we don't have these certain controls in position, then people in power will abuse that power. And then the other side typically says, essentially, well, if you're trying to put regulations on business, then you are anti-business. This is different. This is a situation where if you have no net neutrality regulations, what you are is you're anti-small business and anti-consumer at the same time, and you are pro-big business.
It really only empowers them.
It only empowers the telecoms who, no one says we should be on the side of the telecoms. No one says we should trust those folks who say, listen, we're gonna be there between noon and tomorrow. Like that's what it boils down to. They will take every advantage of you as we will see in the coming months and years. And that's the thing is they're gonna do it in the same way that they give you your terms of service agreement and that contract you sign where you try to cancel and they say, no, it's a penalty to come take your dish and it's gonna cost you $1,000. Like that's the problem.
There's a lot of fallacies that have come out this week with it's the day the internet officially is no longer as net neutrality. It's the official death of net neutrality. Telecom shills are already saying things like, see, we didn't mess it up already. The sky isn't falling, you liberal alarmists, but that's not the truth. They've been saying this before they were technically allowed to make any changes. Many industry experts following internet freedom policy have said that they think that telecoms will slowly slide this out because right now all eyes are on them. So right now they're playing the card of we're not doing anything, we like you. What they're waiting is for us to stop paying attention and then slowly roll this out. Let's say in 6 months, let's say in 1 year. And it's very hard to keep your attention that long, especially, net neutrality is one of those things that it drives me crazy. I talk about it all the time. But it's not the sexiest topic.
It isn't.
People do get bored with the very term net neutrality. You have to keep your eyes on them because, yes, this isn't happening right this second, but it will happen. It will happen by small grains. It'll eventually pile up.
It's 1,000 cuts, yeah.
There you go. But certain leaders, including New York Mayor Bill de Blasio, have teamed up and said they won't do business with companies that don't support net neutrality. There is a major push coming from Fight for the Future, from EFF, to stop this. They have written a letter from consumers and small business owners who would need net neutrality in order to have their very way of life continue. It's not expected that this will do much at the moment because the Senate has to vote on this and President Trump has to approve it. I don't think he's gonna approve it, That's just me being a cynic here.
Yeah.
But
he put Ajit Pai in power in his position for a reason, and this is that reason.
Ajit Pai, known very well to be a former Verizon lawyer, who has worked for deregulation. I'm being very nice. He's a corporate shill. He's a muppet for Verizon. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be a long battle. We're not going to finish this today or tomorrow or 6 months or a year, but I think if people make enough noise about this, if people push hard enough, maybe a future administration will care about internet freedom. Maybe someone will stand up for the constituents and not the corporations. It's a long shot, for someone to actually do their job in a government or political position.
It's some corporations. That's what's frustrating. Is small businesses need access to the internet the same way they need access to electricity.
They're going to be crushed.
And water. They're going to be absolutely crushed because that is something that the telecoms know that they can leverage, and they know that they can charge you more for a faster internet or access to certain corporate small business tools that those companies need to survive. It's going to be very frustrating and very difficult.
So don't look for it right now, but keep looking for it. It's going to happen. They are not on your side. They are on the side of getting more profits. Always that. Audience, what do you think is going to happen, and how soon do you think it will happen? Please let us know on Facebook and Twitter.